Welcome. We are a mother-daughter podcast about all things surrogacy. Together, we have brought 8 beautiful babies into this world, and we would like to share through education and knowledge about surrogacy with those who want to educate themselves on the topic. This is Stop.Sit.Surrogate. Have you ever thought about growing your family but aren't sure what your options are? Or maybe you're someone who wants to help others experience the joy of parenthood? That's where Northwest Surrogacy Center comes in. Northwest Surrogacy Center is a full-service surrogacy agency that guides intended parents and surrogates through every step of the journey, with compassion, transparency, and personalized care. From matching to legal support to emotional wellness, they make what can feel overwhelming feel deeply human and supported. Whether you're considering surrogacy to grow your family or you're ready to become a surrogate yourself, Northwest Surrogacy Center is there to walk beside you every step of the way. Visit northwestsurrogacycenter.com. That's nwsurrogacycenter.com to learn more and take the first step towards something truly life-changing. Northwest Surrogacy Center. Love makes families. Surrogacy makes babies.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen. Today we have 2 lovely guests joining us. We're going to let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, take it away, Leslie.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I'm a 2-time surrogate, and I'm currently still pumping for surrogate baby, but I'm retired now.
Wow.
Goodness.
You're
13
women.
months long, right?
That can pump. My God, I love you all.
I'm Sammy. I am also a 2-time surrogate, and I am happily retired now. The last surro baby's 3. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Been out of it for a while. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here. Yay.
Good. I was doing the math in my
Congrats,
head.
both
So
of
baby
you.
was born in 2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She just turned 3 last month. So, yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
And Leslie, most recent baby was born 2024?
Yes, she is 13 months.
13 months. Goodness.
Is there any, can I ask, are you, how long are we pumping for? Like, is this our contract in place or?
No, I'm weaning right now. So
Okay, good for you. Okay.
So
Wow.
I'm ready to have them back.
I know, it's literally like you have a newborn at home. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even 13 months down the line?
Well,
Is it like still as time consuming as it is in like the
Yeah.
beginning? It is.
Washing the dishes, bagging, freezing, shipping.
right?
Gosh.
The washing of all the pumping parts that I
Here, the washing is horrible.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Somebody needs to come up with a device for that where you just put them on, done, Yeah.
There's some, but they're not that great.
They're not. Yeah,
having-
my daughter, right. They're not. Agreed. Okay. So sorry. I diversed. I'm
You're
sorry.
good. You're
Go ahead.
good. Well, so today we're going to talk about retired surrogates. This is going to be either a 2-parter or a 3-parter. So today, I mean, goodness, let's just, what? You keep looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at your nails.
Oh. Okay, they were in the
look
last
at those.
podcast too, Ellen.
Those are pretty. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. Anyways, now I lost my train of thought. But no, we're retired surrogates. So, do you guys even like the term retired for surrogates?
Or inactive.
I think retired's good. I say that often if I'm,
Retired's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any negative connotation to it. We're,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, give me 2. You can ask a question while I'm like trying to get my questions pulled up.
Oh, I'm trying to think what we asked the last one.
I
It's
know,
the same
that's why I'm like,
questions,
where are
right?
my
Yeah, no, I'm going to
questions?
let you pull them up because I don't want
Okay.
to go out of order. I do not.
I don't know what else you would say other than retired surrogate. I don't know.
Somebody
Yeah.
brought up inactive. I'm not an active surrogate. Like
Yes.
they
Yeah,
brought that up, but it was like,
means
okay,
that's insinuating that you
Gotta keep going.
could
Yep.
be active again.
Correct.
True.
Correct.
You could. But
Correct.
being in the community, you're still a part of like surrogacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
But
like
a surrogate, you're retired. You're retired. Your womb is not carrying anymore for anybody else, right? Your uterus. Nope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay, well, just like a recap, you both have been on the podcast before, but how many journeys have each of you done and what got you started in surrogacy?
I done 2 journeys, and I'm a nanny, so I've worked with families for IVF. So I've seen their struggles, helped them with their meds, and um, so it got me started. And first thorough baby was 3 in July, and then the 13-month-old now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, my 2 journeys, and again, my daughter's 9 now, and we always knew we were one and done. And, I have the privilege of having and had easy pregnancies. And so I just kind of looked into it. Also, way back pre-COVID, I literally like walked into an office that, they don't even exist anymore. Everything's remote and virtual. So it's kind of funny when I think back to like how different it was for my first journey.
Yeah.
But the first journey resulted in identical twins. They will be 6 in, oh gosh, which is wild, in January. And then I was crazy enough to do it again after having surprise twins. And again, the last Sarah babe will now be 3. So yeah.
Very cool. Did you both, I'm just curious, did you both go through agencies each time?
I did.
I did, yeah.
Okay. Okay. As have I. We're all here about agent. All of
As
us
have I.
here can
As have I.
talk about the agency's experiences. But okay. So sorry guys. I'm my brain today.
We're just gonna stare at you then.
I
Let's.
know. And it's don't I cut it all out because I'm like all the little awkward things that like happen that like I do. I'm like,
You should just
cut it
have a
out."
bloopers reel of all the.
God, that
I've
would
been
be like
trying
8
to get
episodes.
some because some of them are funny. Some of them are like awkward and hit or miss if people will laugh.
Eh.
Okay. Oh, good. I asked that question. Look at me. Okay. Do you both stay in touch with any of your intended parents at all?
Yes, I do. The first family actually, they contacted me the other day. They're going to go ahead and tell the little girl about me, like explain more. So they wanted to let me know ahead of time that they've read our book to her, and because we wrote a book about her, and so that's nice. And then of course I'm pumping for the second surrogate baby, so we are in contact right now. We'll see.
Also, Leslie, don't just like fly over that. What's your
Yeah.
book name?
Yeah.
Miss Daisy Helps Family Grow. My daughters and I wrote it just about our first journey.
Oh, so sweet. Can you get it anywhere?
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Cute.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, I keep in touch. I carried for all dads, and so, kind of from the start, it was maybe a little simpler to describe needing to partner with a surrogate. So yeah, I've gone to visit them. My daughter knows who they are. I could FaceTime them or text them right now if I wanted to. I've celebrated first birthdays. I wanted to celebrate the twins' first birthday, but it was right when COVID was happening. And so that was obviously different. But yeah, so yeah, we still keep in touch.
Oh, cool. Aw, I love that for both of you. And you're both two-time surrogates. Keep in touch with everybody. It's like we got the same person here. Oh, goodness. What were your guys' favorite parts about being a surrogate?
I think the connection for me, having the connection with the IPs, and then the first journey's delivery was amazing. Having that connection with my husband that we finished a journey, we did it.
Yeah.
Second journey, I had an emergency C-section, so that was a little different, but
Oh, my goodness.
Cute. Yeah, I'm a big LGBTQ advocate and big into just showing, our daughter how different families can grow and what our chosen family can look like. So I think for me, it's, she now has this like lived experience of different families and accepting others, and people are different. And so I think that side of surrogacy has been the best part because she was 2.5 when I started my first journey. So she just grew up with me being pregnant and having journeys. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'm very similar to you, Sammy, because I started when my son, right before my son was, nope, I started when my son was like 1. Like he was like still like a year old. So he knows no difference. He's just like, well, whatever.
Mine were so, I mean, I have the older kids.
Right. I was just gonna ask. So you have teenagers who were a part of the process, which
Yeah.
is funny because looking back, I always like, for some reason, whenever we talk about surrogacy, I always am like, oh yeah, I'm my mom's only child that like grew up with surrogacy. But like I have siblings that were like
Way older.
teenagers, but they don't ever like talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? As much as we do. So explaining it to your teenagers, that simple conversation, like okay, I'm doing it, guys, like see you when you're home. Like
I mean, they asked questions, but they were great about it as long as I didn't bring a baby home, the youngest one said.
There you go. There you go.
They took pictures through the journey. We wrote the book together. So they were really involved the first journey. So.
Oh,
Wow,
very
that's cool.
That's very cool. I
It
love
is.
that.
That's fun.
Let's see.
Because it is a family affair. It's not, I mean, you can't just get pregnant and be I mean, even if you're just a single mom, not just a single mom, even if you're a single mom with a child, the child has to get involved. You have to have caretakers helping with like the transfer, watching the child. So your village has to get involved. So it's very, very important that you have support. We all know that.
Well, great segue, Mom. Speaking of support, telling your guys' like friends and family or coworkers, like, did you guys get like any weird looks, backlash? Was it like pretty accepting all around?
Yeah, my family and friends were pretty accepting about it. My jobs were really great about it. They helped me. They gave me the time off, of course, and checked in on me, helped me with shots. So that was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you nannying the whole time you were doing surrogacy?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I just digress just a little bit? The lifting.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
Were the IPs like all crazy about the lifting, or were
Yeah, first journey, they were worried about it. Second journey, the kids were a little bigger, so they walked. So them as much, but
okay, interesting. Yeah,
they all too though. It was a family affair with the nanny kids too.
Wow, so
Cute.
fun.
That's true. It would be. Huh?
Yeah, it would be.
Everybody there has got to like kind of maneuver
Yeah.
in a different way.
Pivot.
Yeah.
Or say we give her back, and I'm like, yeah, when she's done growing, we give her back.
Right.
Cute.
There you go.
How sweet. I love that you're like the family that you nannied were like,
Yeah.
yeah, we are so
Yeah.
supportive of this. Like, go ahead and teach our children about it. Like, that's awesome.
That really is a perk, a benefit, or whatever you want to call it, an unexpected plus. I don't know. I literally got fired from a job because I was being a surrogate. So again,
Me too.
again, that was years ago, decades ago. Sued them, won.
Mine
It's great,
wasn't.
but yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But that's amazing. That's why I kind of stopped there for a sec, because that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah,
That is very cool. What about you, Sammy?
Yeah, kind of similar. I mean, of course, the normal, comments from people of really, that's weird, you're giving away a baby, the very like standard comments from some that it didn't matter anyways what they thought. I was pretty fortunate. I worked for a really big corporate company at the time, through both of my journeys. And I mean, especially with the twin pregnancy, I lived at the doctor's office, but they were amazing. And, I never had issues having to go to appointments or anything. And, they were all super involved, all my coworkers at the time. And my partner, we've been together 10 years now. And, he's been there through both the journeys and everything. And it's just like such a normal part of my life now. And even neighbors that became surrogates after I did. And, just like my network of some friends who did it afterwards too. So I don't even like think twice about when I'm talking about it, and sometimes I kind of forget and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's like not a normal thing, but it's so normal in my life that it just like comes out.
exactly.
We can wholeheartedly relate.
Yeah. And we say it with such casualness, but it is like some people just kind of go, huh? What, huh? And they double take it. And sometimes, I don't know. When I first was doing it, I did it as a shock factor. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Let's just blow them out of the water. But then my kids picked up on that. They started doing it. I was like, oh no, how am I going to do that? But yeah, we just went with it. It's fun. Fun.
It's great. It's still fun shock factor. I still use yours as a shock factor. I just said that the other day. Where I constantly am like, my mom had triplets and she didn't keep any of them. They weren't hers. Like, and then years later, we met them again on Jennifer Hudson, and they're just like, wait, start the story over. And it's like, yeah, exactly.
That's not the only time we met them, but okay.
Okay, whatever.
But it
I just
sounds
gave a
good in the
nutshell.
story.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am curious. Did you ladies both decide on your own to be done with surrogacy, or were you told that like, okay, nope, like you should not continue on?
Yeah, I was told.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had emergency C-section and placenta previa and mini bleeds, and I had her at 30 weeks. So
Okay.
Right.
I had to do it for a friend, and their clinic thought they were going to approve me, and then they looked at the records more and decided that
Oh,
at another time. So
that's
I'm so sorry,
disappointing.
Leslie. How did
Yeah.
you can I ask how you dealt with that mentally?
I still deal with it mentally, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
something harder, especially right now with the hormones of pumping and stopping and yeah.
Right.
But it's trying to think about what my life's going to be like now because it's all been about surrogacy for like 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a hard one.
Who am I?
Right. Well,
I-
you're a hero is what you are. But yeah. Yeah, it's a tough because when you're told you can't continue to do something, like I was told I couldn't, right? So I had to like look at it in little boxes. I always compartmentalize stuff. And so it was just like, okay, well, I guess I need to be here to be my kid's mom. Like that was my first and foremost. And that's what kept me like, okay, I guess I can't do it. Okay, well, maybe I can. Maybe I'll go independent. And I even looked for independent. Even did. Had some nibbles. I'm like, something's talking to you. Just stop. Yeah, stop. But it's hard. It's hard when you don't get to decide.
Yeah.
You don't get to decide. How about you, Sammy?
Um, it definitely was my choice, but now I also can't, which I think is the weird. Sometimes I still think about it. It was my third C-section. I went into my third pregnancy knowing it was going to be my third C-section. Um, I'm a little older and I wanted to be done being pregnant. I felt like I was pregnant for, 6 years. So I definitely went into it knowing it was my last. But then I had a pretty traumatic delivery and now I would absolutely never be approved even if I wanted to. So I don't know if it's like I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't do it again.
Okay.
But you're right, it's still that like, well, I can't. So I still think about it like it's not that I couldn't even be a surrogate again. Like I safely can't carry another pregnancy.
Mhm.
Um, which I think that part again, but we always knew we were going to have one child. Um, but it really plays into, and we've all heard it from fellow people who are like, well, I want to be a surrogate, but I'm not done with my family yet. It's like there is a true risk. You need to be done because, yeah, I safely couldn't even carry, not even the approval part. So, that part gets me every now and then. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. I can only imagine. I mean, like even though it was your decision, it's still you still were able to for a time. You still were
yeah,
able to like linger on the fact of like "Ah, I could do this again. Like maybe I could
totally.
like whatever. Like yeah, sure. Like the little glimmer of hope or whatever you want to call it was like still there, but then it being kind of like
It's
taken
not a
away.
finality. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in these cases, it's a finality. Like all three of us, it's a finality. Like not you, Ken, but all
Well,
three
I
of us.
don't know. I
Oh,
I don't know if I would qualify now
why the hell not?
because I'm on lifelong med,
Ah, so sorry. So sorry. Like, wait,
right?
mother, I should know that. So
So it's
sorry.
like it's a
Okay.
very interesting thing. So
Ah,
it's like, oh crap. Like I
yeah.
wasn't expecting that. So
Yeah.
I choose to
Interesting.
not process this right now.
There you go.
I
Right.
will say there is like for me, there's a refreshing side of it too. And since like my tubes are tied, like all the things, like I will not be pregnant again.
Yeah.
Uh, and so it is this like, oh, I don't have to go through that again. Like there is a little bit of like a light at the end of the tunnel, and then I see pregnant people and like talking about labor and whatever it is, and I'm like, I don't have to worry about any of that. The doctor's appointments that I don't have to like take time out of my day to go to, and
Right.
uh, so that's kind of a nice like transition. I feel like I've come to that piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like of like being able to have like
Body again, right? Like,
yeah,
'cause
your life back, your
yeah, and surrogacy is so invasive, and
Mhm.
it
yeah,
Time
is.
we all
consuming.
know the process and time consuming, and I'm like, I don't I don't have to deal with that anymore. And
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, what am I going to do with my time?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so much free time, you know, because it's true. I mean, the shots and the appointments and of course pumping right now, but it's like
And
it's
just the exhaustion of pregnancy.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. And you get all this time back and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Leslie? Have you thought about it? Like, do you
Put her on
want
the
to like,
spot. Okay.
like, I know, because you have a Facebook group, right? Do you want to give that a plug?
Well, I have a surrogate buy, sell, borrow, swap Facebook group. So surrogates can post things that help other surrogates and trade things off. And um, I'm actually a local surrogate contacted me at the first for a journey. And the other day she said, I'm in third trimester. Do you know any support groups in the area? So
Oh.
I found 5 surrogates locally and we're meeting up Sunday for like a
Oh, no. Awesome.
Cute.
so I'm just going to stay involved in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
But of course, working out, I'm gonna make sure I get back, you know, my body back. And my girls are older, so we're
Yeah.
like nesters, so we can do
Oh,
anything.
You'll find stuff. You'll find
Yeah.
stuff. You
Yeah.
will.
well, yeah, you're
You
gonna
will.
stay in the community. I know that.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sammy, I think the last time we talked to you, you were working in the industry.
Yeah, and I am still. So that when my journeys ended and like long story short, 6 months later, the company I worked for, they closed down. They got massive layoffs. And so 10 years in corporate America, 2 surrogacy journeys, my daughter, and then I get laid off, right? I'm 6 months postpartum. So then it was really like, well, now what do I do? And so looking for new work, which I hadn't done in 10 years. I didn't even have a resume, like it'd been so long. And so then I was like, well, I might as well. I enjoy surrogacy. I'm passionate about it. I just completed 2 journeys. So yeah, then I started looking for work in the industry, which is a feat in itself.
It is.
But yeah, so I do still currently work for Nodal Surrogacy. I am their head of surrogate experience. So everything start to finish when they come through the doors and deliver, I will help them at some point. So I am still very much so in the community, which I think also, like Leslie, to your point, it kind of helps, right?
Yeah.
Like still having that connection, talking about it every day,
Yeah,
um, and then helping, a company grow. So it's pretty cool.
it is cool.
Yeah, I've applied for many jobs in the industry, and it's hard because everybody wants to be in the industry.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. It's tough for sure to even get that foot in the door sometimes.
We'll be right back, but first, I want to take a quick moment to talk about something close to my heart: helping families grow through surrogacy. If you've ever thought about becoming a surrogate, or if you're an intended parent ready to start your journey, Paying It Forward Surrogacy is here to guide you every step of the way. At Paying It Forward Surrogacy, you're not just a number. You're supported, celebrated, and connected with real people who've walked this path before. Whether you're just starting to explore or ready to take the next step, they'll make sure you feel informed, empowered, and cared for from day one. Visit payingitforwardsurrogacy.com to learn more. That's payingitforwardsurrogacy.com, because every journey to parenthood deserves heart, honesty, and the right support. Now let's get back to the episode.
So,
is.
yeah.
It very much is. Are you on that Facebook group?
Yes.
Leslie? Oh, you
Oh,
are. Okay.
yeah.
I was like, go to the
Yeah.
Facebook group. I mean, I see jobs posted there every now and then. I mean,
It's-
gosh, years ago I applied and I worked for a company for like a hot minute, but then it was too much with my day job and that and everything else. But
Yeah.
it's a
Recruitment
great
is hard. I mean, one job gets posted and like 30 people
Yeah.
or, it's a
Yep.
lot.
it's
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. It's which is sad because it's like so many people want to help in the community and it's like like how is there not more opportunities for more
And I think
experienced people?
for us, because again, we live and breathe this, like we
Mhm.
said before, we think surrogacy is huge because it is so big in our lives, but it's such a tiny, tiny, itty bitty industry in the grand scheme of
Yep.
corporate America that
Yep.
just it's like it's a drop in the pond, right? But we think it's huge because we live and breathe it every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that
And
is
the,
like, it's
it's
hard.
it's a big small community. It's
Yeah.
because yeah, it very much is. But
Yeah.
it's a fun one.
It-
How has surrogacy changed your life or perspective on family?
Well, I guess it's bigger. It's changed my family. So like my daughter wants to do egg donation.
Oh,
Aw.
Kennedy, the video, my oldest made a video about me being a surrogate. So just seeing that it has changed my daughter's lives and opened their mind to different possibilities has been great.
I love that.
how are you, Mom, with her wanting to donate eggs? Just curious.
Well, I just don't want grandbabies right now.
There you go.
So
Right. Fair.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, again, it is interesting because like we just said, it's this massive part of it is my life now and continuing on and even when you go to the doctor for something different now and it's like how many kids? Oh, well,
Right.
and you're like, well, one, but I have four and
Right.
three, so like those
Mhm.
types of things of like how's it changed your life? Not always in the like positive ways, but in the ways of like you have to remember because I really like forget about those pregnancies, which is
Yep.
kind of crazy. So having to remember all of that, but I I don't know. I don't know where, having been laid off and had I not had those journeys and had I not had the experience and now gotten into the world where I am now and helping others, um, I mean, who knows where I would have been without surrogacy? I'm not sure,
Yeah.
or how different it could have been. So I don't know if that's the exact answer of how it changed my life, but it shaped it in a
Yeah,
different way for sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. Well, yeah, because it's led you to where you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Wow. Hmm.
I know. That's very it's funny how things happen, right? I mean, I'm a strong believer in everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
But it's just and a lot of the times I always say I'm a strong believer in everything happens for a reason. I often don't know the reason, which is aggravating, but years
Yeah.
down the line you end up finding out and then you're like, "Oh, okay, it all makes sense now." But it's the unknowing of it
Yep.
all, right? Of like, "Oh, was this the right decision?" And yeah, it is. It is, or no, it wasn't.
Right.
But oh my goodness. Leslie, I want to go back to you real quick because you said your daughter's going to donate eggs. That is so amazing and like
Mhm.
wild. Like, because she's young, yeah?
yeah, my oldest is 21. Yeah,
Okay.
scared
Wow.
of, so I doubt that would happen. She doesn't
She's
do
scared of needles? Oh.
so that may not happen,
Oh,
but
okay. It's an idea that she
yeah,
has. Like, she wants to give back because, like, she saw her mom
yeah,
be, like, doing something so amazing.
yeah. My
That's
mom
really cool.
doesn't want to get pregnant at all ever, so
Oh.
but she's 18. So
Oh.
How funny.
Wow.
Very
I had a
different.
friend who used to donate eggs, and she would always say, I'm losing one every month anyway through my
yeah,
cycle. So why can't somebody else use them? And I'm thinking, yeah, uh-huh, yep, yep, good for you. Yeah.
Sure.
I was
Yeah.
that the doctor said that he still saw eggs up there, and I've had my tubes tied since I was in my 20s.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
I still have eggs. Okay, that's strange to see.
Yeah. Because we're born with them. We're born with
Yeah,
all of them. Yeah.
we are.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's see. When you think back on your journeys, is there a moment that stands out to you of like maybe either a lesson that you learned along the way or something that was horrible or amazing?
Hopefully amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't know, Sammy. You can take that one.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a few key moments even in both journeys. I think, we all go into our first journey with being a little naive. We
Mhm.
definitely don't know as much, of course, like anything you do for the first time.
For sure.
And I I remember so I with the twins and they came early, of course, and earlier than when the dads were expecting to come out. They lived across the country, so they missed the delivery, which was, I mean, it was a C-section anyways. It was okay, but they got there later that evening. And I remember vividly them, they went to the NICU and they like went into the NICU. I was there. And I remember like audibly like letting out a breath. And I was like, I think I've been holding my breath this whole entire pregnancy. And
Yeah.
like you don't realize it until it was over. They were born and healthy. They were with their parents. And then I was like, oh, okay, take me back. I was in a wheelchair. I was like, okay, we can go back to my room now. But I instantly like felt better. And I must have just been holding this tension, I think, the whole entire pregnancy, but like never realized it. Um, so I remember that. And so going into my second journey, I tried to like let go of that stress, like every appointment. It was like, well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Or, I definitely didn't worry as much as I guess I feel like I was the first time. And it is getting we learn more, right, as the journeys go on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I think even now, still working in the industry, like the one pointer, if I could give to any new surrogate, is patience. Just learn patience. You might do 10 things in one day for a journey, and then you'll do nothing for another month. I know it's exciting and we want to like keep moving through it, but it really taught me patience and patience with the healthcare system and all the things. But um, yeah, I've learned a little more patience through
Yeah.
surrogacy journeys.
I can second that. It's
And
very
nothing, you can't control anything
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
at
Mm-mm.
all. What
You're
will
at the mercy of the clinics and the doctors and is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a high risk second one. The first journey went okay, pretty smooth. And then the second was high risk. And that's what I learned is just to let it go, let it be. If something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's out of my control. The doctors tell you it's out of your control. So just kind of roll with it. We called it a roller coaster. So learning to roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Which is
because there's so
hard.
many.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's hard
Go
for
ahead.
us because surrogates, we like to be in control.
Mhm.
We do. I have to admit it. I don't
Okay,
care if
can
it's
you
type A or
elaborate?
B.
Because that's going to be taken so out of
Okay.
context.
We like to be we've all been pregnant before. It's the only way we can be a surrogate, right? Our pregnancies were good. You wouldn't have gotten approved if they weren't, right? So we
Right.
all feel that, yeah, our pregnancies, yeah, great. We're going to have no problems. And then when you're hit with high risk, you're hit with, oh my gosh, spontaneous identical twins. Now you're in a different category. Like we can't control that. We can't. And they're not our children. So the breath part where you let go of your breath, like I think every surrogate holds on to that a little bit just because you got to get them to where they're safe and you can give them back to their parents. Like it's not that we wouldn't do any less for our own children, but there's that increased layer that you just have to yeah, you do want to exhale but you can't until they're here. Yeah, I get all of it. Yeah. And the control part, hopefully I explained it, but yeah, you want it to just go smoothly, but when you get a little diversion or a little fork in the road, patience is huge, like Sammy said, and you don't have control. You don't, and you just have to learn how to deal with that. You have to, or you're going to stress yourself out in the anxiety level, and then everything's going to go to, you know.
Well, I think in the same vein of, surrogates, I think a trait that I've noticed that most all have, one, we're all givers, obviously, like that makes sense. Like, and right, most are really organized and you come into this knowing you've had seemingly healthy pregnancies, but that doesn't mean that you know how a surrogacy pregnancy is going to go. It doesn't mean that we get to act like we know more than the fertility doctors. It
Sure.
doesn't mean that we get to control what the IVF clinic is telling us.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give it up a little bit and let go of that control. You're right.
Yep.
And you just gotta go with the flow because
Yeah.
it
You'll have a
does.
happier journey if you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, to an extent, like if you're extremely uncomfortable with like a medical procedure that's maybe not like necessary
For sure.
medically necessary to go on, then like, of course, like speak up. But like for the normal, like basic pregnancies, there's just weird crap that can just come up. Just gotta
I
deal.
think too, I feel like I say this a lot, that the bulk of the work of a journey is before that 6-week heartbeat confirmation.
Yep.
So true.
Everything you're doing in a journey and your compensation isn't necessarily starting really until
Right.
that point, but 90% of the work
Yep.
is all in those beginning stages.
Mm-hmm.
For our own pregnancies, we didn't even know we were pregnant until
Right.
6, 8, 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So it is kind
Yeah.
of a mind shift. Again, the being
Yes.
naive as a first-time surrogate, as we all were, is like, oh, this is a lot of work and preparation. And then once you get to 6 weeks, heartbeat, 8 weeks, hopefully, then 10 weeks, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then that's when it hopefully becomes easier, right?
Yeah.
Right. Less appointments, less of a strict guidelines to now you're just back to being pregnant.
I
Yeah.
always surrogates that reach out to me because they find me on social media. They want to know about surrogacy, and I don't ever want to scare them, but I just want them to know, like, it's not just getting pregnant, and then once you are pregnant, things can come up, and you could have an easy journey, or you can have like we had a failed transfer. We transferred to mosaic, then we had extra testing, and then we had the placenta like all came up, but my first journey was different. So these surrogates that come in, they just think, oh, I'm just going to get pregnant. And, I want them to know, like, yes, but, be prepared for anything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
never know what can happen.
Correct.
Open their eyes.
Right. And yeah, I'm gonna admit something that I've really never like said out loud, but like it's
being recorded, right? Okay, wait.
Yeah, it's being recorded. It's being recorded. It's nothing to like give Ellen a one up. Like, sorry. No, but like, okay, so I had my son at 20, just naive me. It's all gonna go great. It went great. I went on to have 3 beautiful, well, good pregnancies. We'll just call it like that. Literally never had the forethought to like hold my breath. I was like, oh, whatever. I like did this with my son. It was great. Whatever. Like everything's great. Doctors always said everything was great. That last pregnancy was the only time where I was like, maybe we need to like think of like possible like horrible situations that are about to arise, but never really thought of that. And so now, but after doing this podcast, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kennedy, why did we never think of all of the awful things that could happen? Like,
Right.
what were we doing? We were living in a beautiful bliss.
No, I think that's a good thing to
No, it's great.
Don't borrow
do
trouble.
the
Right.
part of it where it's like, don't worry about what you can't.
Mhm.
Right.
Like,
But I was so naive doing it 3 times, naive as could be. Doing this podcast, I'm like petrified to get pregnant myself now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've heard all the things. I don't. Oh my gosh, like and it's so wild just how it all my mindset of it all, because you're absolutely right, Leslie. Like, yes, everybody wants to get pregnant and it wants to be beautiful, and it's gonna be what it is. But it's and it's not to be like go back and listen to like all of these caution tale stories, but like it's good to have information. Sometimes too much information is a little overwhelming, but it's always good to be prepared for sure.
Well, I tell surrogates, like, in the end, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that doesn't matter. No matter what you went through, it's worth it in the end. But just, no, journeys can go different ways. So
Say again.
100%. 100%. So, and the caution tales that the agencies tell you, they're real. They're real. They're not just for to scare you. And it's not to scare you. Like the caution tales that everybody shares, they're not to scare you. They're just to be like, hey, you ever think of like what would happen if you're in this type of situation? So that's my little.
there's healthy surro babies now, so we're good.
Yeah. We're all good, right? We've all had healthy babies. We all did our goals. It's all good. It's all
And that's
good.
the outcome that everybody wanted. So however you get there, if you have to go on bed rest, if you have, it's not the end of the world. You're going to get off bed rest once the baby's born. Like it's
Right.
okay. It's going to be all right.
Yes.
How we
Although
did it.
mentally that would take a toll on people.
It would. It would.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is a good question. How do you handle seeing others in the community start new journeys when you're retired?
For me, I just want to, like, I'm in my surrogate support era, I guess I could
Aw.
say. So I just want to support them now that I have the time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's happy, especially when I see them coming back for like their second or third.
Yeah.
And now I can be here and follow their journey and help them out if they need it. So
Very true.
I think on like an unrealistic note, and because I work in the industry now, but because I get to meet so many intended parents now, I'm like, ugh, can I do this like 10 more times?
Oh,
And so with with my journeys and my intended parent, I'm super spoiled and lucky. They're both amazing, or two different families. They're both amazing. But yeah, I talk with intended parents every day, and it's like, oh, I would have carried for them. Oh, I would
right.
have for them. And so then when I see the surrogates that I've helped coach and come through our program and then match, I'm like, oh, well, you're gonna have a great journey. Like they're amazing intended parents. Like I'm kind of jealous. But
Aw.
anyway, so that part's a little hard because again, I work in it. If I didn't work in the industry, I wouldn't really know any different.
Sure.
But uh, maybe to your question, Kennedy, it doesn't bother me to see people continuing on with journeys. I am happy to not be pregnant again. So
For sure. I get that.
yeah.
No, I get that. I can relate. I mean, heck, I'm gonna throw out some names right now, but like Rachel, Tara, and me all kind of started at the same time. And for a while I was like, because I love them and I support them and I'm so happy for them. But like my little jealousy bug was just like, why? Why? Like what? Like, why not me too? But it's 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 so amazing to see the girls in the community like go on, especially when you know their journey and like what people have been through to get to like where they are now. It's really nice to see everybody. I
I'm
love it.
I'm just going to put something out there because I firmly believe things happen for reasons. And I firmly believe that your most magical journey, if you decide to do this again, Kennedy, is waiting. It's waiting.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm in a peace era right
Coming.
now. I'm great.
I know
I'm
you are.
loving it. I'm
But they're out
living
there
the
and
life.
you're out there and you guys have no idea you're going to meet yet. And
Oh,
I have dreams
totally
about it.
not even thinking of that. Just
Just,
so
just,
good. So happy
just
that
saying.
the past 2 years I was with my IM, she healed me in ways I never imagined, even though
Yep.
there was no baby at the end of it.
Things
Like,
happen for reasons.
best thing.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But
That's
yeah.
right.
What I'm also in my surrogate support era,
Yes,
Leslie.
you
I
are.
love that.
Yes,
I
you
love
are.
that. But mom, what about you? Because I mean, goodness, you haven't done, we talk surrogacy all the time. And like you always say like, I would do it again. And
I
it's
would do
like,
it again. My
but like, how do you
60-year-old
feel?
self wouldn't do it again, but if I were, late 40s, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I tried. Believe me, I tried in my 40s, and they were like, nope. I mean, it was a closed door. They wouldn't even look at you if you were 40. I literally got pregnant with the last one right after my 40th birthday. So I was literally 40.
Yeah.
So when I was 41, she was born. I was like, oh, there you go. So yeah, they wouldn't even talk to you. But now I understand, different clinics approve different things. That's great. But to see what flabbergasts me and puts the biggest smile in my heart is to see how much surrogacy has grown. It's not 2 and 3 little agencies. It's a ton. There are so many different ways that IPs are being helped, from those that are like barely scraping by to be able to afford it to those who can pay their surrogate 6 figures. Like, it is all across the ranges now. When I was doing it, it was not. It was not. If you didn't have that pocketbook behind you, forget it. You weren't able to do this.
That's crazy.
There's places, men having babies. There's all kinds of places that give little stipends and give little what do you call those? Not gift cards, but yeah, right, grants. There you go. Yeah, to people to help them. So the fact that it's come this far in 22 years just floors me. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So to see people go on and having babies through surrogacy, and the number of surrogates that are involved, and the good number of surrogates that are involved, like, you guys are good people. Like, everyone we've talked to on this podcast, like, seriously, how many people are such good people? if it amazes me, and I'm just the fact that I'm even part of this, just little part on this podcast is very, very cool. Is really, it is. It's sweet. It's yeah. It's amazing the difference from then to now. Amazing for the good. For the
I
good.
feel that even just from my first journey,
Mhm.
I guess now 7 years, yeah, 7.5, 8 years ago. And again, pre-COVID, I think there's a pre-COVID and a post-COVID even surrogacy
Yes.
world as well.
Yes.
Having a journey that fell before and after, they were both super different journeys, and the contracts were so different, and
Mhm.
the screening and just all the things. And that's only been in the past 7, 8 years. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
imagine
Amazing. Yeah.
how much change you've seen.
Tons. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And to just be on the, I'm so glad that it's not just 2 or 3 little agencies. I'm so glad that
Oh, for
everyone is
sure.
getting to put their, if they feel they can run an agency and they can do well, there's some really good ones out there. And the fact that they've popped up and they have repeat surrogates coming back time after time, and people are happy, that above anything else. And then the birth of healthy babies for
Mhm.
IPs, huge to me, huge, because we didn't have a choice. We had
Yeah.
like 3. I'm not even kidding.
Even the boutique agencies these days are like so amazing. And like nodal, right?
Yeah.
Completely different. It's not,
Mhm.
it's still not an agency, right? It's like
We
matching.
do full journey management as well, but it's kind of a la carte. So
Yeah.
we'll meet the intended parents and surrogates like where they want help. But to your point, Ellen, it doesn't have to just be for the people with the really big pockets.
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
It's still wildly expensive,
Mhm.
but the way that our intended parents can pick what they can afford, they can pick like the support that they need. And of
Mhm.
course, the surrogate like agrees as well, like what they're comfortable with too.
Yeah.
But it can definitely be more affordable than
Correct. I
those
love
big
it.
packages.
I love it because there's some IPs out there, great, could be fantastic parents and are fantastic parents. Once
Yeah.
they just need to get somebody to help. Yeah, somebody to help. And I think surrogacy's done that. I really do. Across all planes, all economic, socioeconomic, everyone. I think it's great.
Yeah. I matched someone locally. Someone gave IPs my number, and of course I couldn't do a journey for them, but I had a local surrogate contact me on social media, so I actually put them together, and they're starting their journey
Oh,
independent
amazing.
or to go through an agency. So
Oh,
felt good to get them on their income levels, I guess.
yes.
Yeah.
See,
No, that's,
things
yeah.
happen for reasons.
Yep.
They do.
They sure do. Do you guys think that, or ladies, sorry, I always say guys, do you ladies think that agencies or, you know, people who work in the industry should incorporate more retired surrogates in community events?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it depends on what the event is, or what their current staff or whatnot looks like. But I mean, even just for nodal, our intake team is experienced surrogates, so that first person you're talking to has been through it.
Right.
Again, I head the department, so I'm really seeing it through the lens of an experienced surrogate. Sometimes it's kind of odd when I do see, and no fault to it. And again, I've worked in corporate America, I get it, but when there are departments for surrogacy ran and they haven't been a surrogate before, it's not that they don't have the professional experience, but I'm like, you don't know what it feels like.
Right.
You can't describe, it's so hard to describe already to somebody who hasn't done it,
Yeah.
let alone trying to help them through their journey. Like, so anywho, but so to your point, Kenny, yeah, I do think that having experienced surrogates, retired surrogates, a part of all things surrogacy related, because it's the only way we're going to help the next generation of surrogates is those of us who have done it and had good stories and can share those.
Yeah.
Uh, so yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think retired surrogates should run the support groups for agencies.
Yeah.
Sometimes the people that they have running the support groups have not been surrogates and they don't know what we've gone through, so they can't help us in the situation.
They might have degrees behind their names, but they don't have the
The
experience.
experience.
Correct.
Yes.
That is speaking from experience. We have people with degrees, not people with experience. And you were like, what? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then, and I don't think that like everybody in a surrogacy agency has to have like that personal, right? Like it's still a company, but the people that are on your front lines talking to your surrogates, you have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree. What is something that you guys would say to someone nearing the end of their surrogacy journey?
That final moment is just the most amazing thing you'll experience, no matter what the journey ended. Like even with mine, the 30-week delivery, once she came out at 30 weeks and took a big cry, it still was the most amazing moment knowing that you did your job.
Yes.
A healthy baby. And
Yeah. I don't really have anything to add to that because you're right. I do think, and you forget about the injections, you forget about the shots, you forget about reading your legal contracts 10 times. You get to that point of, again, letting go of that breath and the baby or babies or, with their rightful parent or parents. So yeah. You forget about all the other things in that moment.
And I said it on part 1, job well done. Job well done.
And then you get to go home and have a full night's sleep.
Yeah. Right, exactly. You get to go
those who are
recover.
pumping. Yeah.
Except for Leslie who's pumping.
Right.
Leslie, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. I'm trying to go maybe 24 hours. So we'll see if I can get We'll see.
Oh, how funny. Oh my gosh. Was there anything else that you ladies would like to add for anybody who's either looking to begin their surrogacy journey or end it, or any tidbits in between?
I think beginning your journey, just do your research, talk to other surrogates, and make sure that you're not just jumping into the first offer you see or the biggest amount of money that an agency is going to give you. Do your research.
Exactly.
100%.
I say this a lot, and surrogates and maybe Ellen before didn't have as much choice or as much transparency or as much information or education given to them, but surrogates are not second class to this process at all. And I do think sometimes we can feel that way or feel like we don't have a say or we don't get a choice or we can't make changes or we can't advocate for ourselves, but you can. You absolutely have a choice. And if an agency or somewhere is going to tell you you don't get a choice in that, well, then go somewhere else and talk to another place or talk to other people, because it is absolutely just as much a surrogate's journey as it is the intended parent's journey. So we don't have to settle. Yeah.
Very true.
Love that. Should all be on a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, all of that. Because you're right. It is the surrogate's journey and the IP's journey. Granted, they hold the purse strings. I understand that. They're paying for the majority of it. I get it. But you shouldn't be treated like a second-class citizen. So that's another huge difference from back then to now. We were.
And it's still, even, I feel like it's still shifting a little. It's still taking time, just like everything, but even more so now. Like, if we are not advocating for it or speaking up for it, who is?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's a village.
Yep. It very much is. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. This was so fun talking to you both again.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, ladies. Very insightful information. Very. Love it.
I'll see you next time.
All right.
Yes. See you guys next time. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Wow.
Different perspectives. That's kind of cool.
That was cool.
That was cool. I like that you're not second class, that it's your journey too. And I know this is about retired surrogates, but that last part that Sammy said was, very, very insightful. Very insightful.
It was. And and she's right. I mean, it's definitely been a big change from when you did it, I know, to
and
like
even from
now.
when she did it. That's amazing. 7 years. She's seen the
Same.
change. Yeah, that's true. You have too. You did pre-COVID and post-COVID.
I did pre-COVID and during COVID.
During COVID, you did.
Yeah.
Right.
And then post-COVID, I guess, if you count the fourth
Yeah.
one. But yeah,
Right.
and it's massively different. I
Wildly.
mean, I will constantly say the insurance is the biggest change for me. Like that is
Yeah.
the most wild change that I've seen. But still, just how they do things and everything like that. But and again, and it'll be interesting to see where it is when I'm your age. Like,
Wow.
if I'm
Yeah. 30
still
more years. Jesus God. Yeah.
around in this area.
Just
But
don't-
like, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to see it. That's come this far. It has a way.
Yeah.
It has a little bit to go, but it's come very, very far.
But also, like when you're a retired surrogate or an inactive surrogate, whatever you want to call it, like you can still be a part of the community. Whereas like you, like it was just like done by, see you later, like never doing surrogacy in your life again type situation.
And going back when you were all talking about that and thinking about that, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
It
mentally
really was. It was such a huge part of my life for 5 years. We did all 3 in 5 years that boom, it's done. And you're like, huh? What? Huh? And you had to recover and you had to, I was like, oh my gosh. And I really think, just, there was a lot.
Yeah, because there were no support groups.
There weren't.
Like,
so I had to figure it out for
Yeah.
myself. And so I literally just decided I'm changing careers and I'm going to help people another way. And I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how I dealt with it. But you're right. I'm so happy there's support groups and that you guys are all connected in some way. Even if you just have one person you can talk to through surrogacy, like talk to them. Yeah.
Social media is
I know.
really great for this. I know.
Didn't
So
have that.
weird.
What was it called? MySpace?
I was gonna say, Ellen, did you not have a MySpace with a song? Like this was nice. I remember MySpace, and I'm like the end of the millennials.
Nope, didn't have one.
Wow.
But none of this was shared on that.
I know. Could you
anyway.
imagine just like MySpace surrogates? Like,
oh my God, can you imagine?
Hilarious.
Yeah. I would have been like sought out and shot or something. Like,
what? Oh my God, Ellen, so aggressive.
With a tranquilizer gun.
That would have happened.
What?
I don't think that would have happened.
Well, if I shared some of the stuff I was going through as a surrogate on like a social platform like that,
I think you would just be dubbed as like crazy. I don't think like someone would come and hunt you.
Okay. All right. You think what you think, I'll think what I think.
Okay.
I'd
like to have a little bit more humanity in the world.
I said with a tranquilizer gun, not with a real one.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, if anybody has any questions or stories they would like to share, they can be as crazy as Ellen's. You can feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Stop.Sit.Surrogate or email us at Stop.Sit.Surrogate@gmail.com. And this has been another episode of Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Before we wrap up, we want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors: Northwest Surrogacy Center, New York Surrogacy Center, Paying It Forward Surrogacy. Their continued support helps us share real stories, educate our community, and connect families through the incredible journey of surrogacy. Thanks so much for tuning in to Stop.Sit.Surrogate, where every story matters and every journey is worth sharing. We'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link to our YouTube channel in the description. And be sure to also check out our children's book, My Mom Has Superpowers, sold on Amazon and Etsy.